Today we are going to learn capacity of solution. While preparing a solution in laboratory, a chemist should know a capacity of solvent to dissolve a solute to prepare a solution. When we prepare a solution, a non-volatile solute is dissolved in a particular solvent. We should know a capacity of solvent. When a solute is added slightly into a solvent, then stir the solution to dissolve a solute. Then a stage will come that the capacity of solvent stops, and such type of solution is saturated solution. Means a saturated solution is the solution in which maximum amount of solute dissolve in a given amount of solvent at a given temperature. See here we have taken water as a solvent and we will add a non-volatile solute, sodium chloride. Then stir this solution. Then this sodium chloride will dissolve in water. So here solution of sodium chloride is prepared by dissolving by or stirring. This is saturated solution. Means a saturated solution is the solution in which maximum amount of solute is dissolved in a given amount of solvent at a given temperature. Suppose we try to add more amount of solute in this saturated solution. Then water which is here solvent that cannot dissolve this sodium chloride further. So such type of solution is called as unsaturated solution. Such type of solution is called as unsaturated solution. Now, if we decide to dissolve this solute, that is sodium chloride, into water, then we have to heat this solution. Then it will dissolve further. So such type of solution is called supersaturated solution. If we heat this solution, then this sodium chloride will dissolve in water. So such type of solution is called as supersaturated solution. A solution containing greater than the equilibrium amount of solute is said to be supersaturated solution. So we have seen saturated solution, then unsaturated solution and supersaturated solution. A saturated solution is the solution in which maximum amount of solute dissolve in given amount of solvent at given temperature. Then supersaturated solution, a solution containing greater than the equilibrium amount of solute is called supersaturated solution. And then solubility of solute. Solubility of solute is its amount of particular unit volume of saturated solution at a specific temperature. Then factors affecting on solubility. First factor is nature of solute and solvent. So generally compounds with similar chemical character are more readily soluble in each other than those with entirely different chemical character. That's why we say that like dissolves like. Means the substance having similar intermolecular factors are likely soluble in each other. We have seen in practical that sodium chloride is dissolved in water. So here sodium chloride dissolves in water. The strong ion dipole interaction of sodium and chloride ions with water molecule, hydrogen bonding between water molecule, and ion-ion attraction between sodium chloride and sodium ions and chloride ions are comparable. So non-polar organic compounds like cholesterol dissolve in non-polar solvent such as benzene. Then other example is that sugar dissolves in water. Like sodium chloride, we can dissolve sugar in water. So that is also like means like dissolves like due to intermolecular hydrogen bonding between them. Then second factor is effect of temperature. Suppose we increase temperature of that solution, then more solute will dissolve in that solvent. For example, potassium chloride dissolve in water by endothermic process. Endothermic process means the process in which heat is given out. So that is with the absorption of heat. When temperature is increased by adding heat to the system, the solubility of substance increases according to Le-Chatelier's principle. Addition of heat causes stress on saturated solution. This stress favors endothermic process. Then, on the other hand, when substance dissolve in water by exothermic process, its solubility decreases with increase in temperature. Here in diagram or graph is plotted with again temperature versus solubility. Here temperatures in degree Celsius is given on x-axis and solubility, which is gram per 100 gram of water, is given. See in diagram. Here solubilities of sodium chloride, potassium chloride, sodium bromide change slightly with temperature. Here solubility of potassium chloride, sodium chloride, then sodium bromide slightly changes with temperature. Then solubilities of solute like potassium nitrate, then sodium nitrate or potassium bromide increases appreciably with increasing temperature. Then solubilities of sodium sulfate decrease with increase in temperature. Some salt like sodium sulfate, its solubility will decrease with increase in temperature. So this was the effect of temperature. Means if we heat that solution then solubility of that solution can be increased by increasing in temperature. Then third factor is effect of pressure. Pressure has no effect on the solubilities of solids and liquids because they are non-compressible or incompressible. They cannot be compressed. But pressure greatly affects on solubilities of gases in liquid. If we increase pressure of gas in liquid, then its solubility can be increased. We know that in cold drinks, carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, that carbonated water. Their sodium bicarbonate is dissolved in water, and then carbon dioxide is passed in that solution by using pressure. So maximum pressure is applied, so solubility of that solution increases. In this way, pressure affects solubility only in gases. Pressure greatly affects on solubilities of gases in liquid. So in this way, we have seen saturated solution, a saturated solution which contains maximum amount of solute dissolved in a given amount of solvent at a given temperature. Then saturated, supersaturated solution, a solution containing greater than the equilibrium amount of solute is said to be supersaturated solution. Then solubility, a solubility of solute is its amount per unit volume of saturated solution at a specific temperature. And here we have seen also factors affecting on solubility. First, nature of solute and solvent, then effect of temperature and effect of pressure. Thank you.